Alright, so welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we are going to be talking some more news about the Crew 2 and the open beta that is set to release on June 21st and what we can expect to see in it. So for those of you who don't know already, today was the Ubisoft press conference in LA at E3. E3 obviously hasn't officially started yet, but all the press conferences come out before E3 actually starts. And then that way you know what you're looking for at the booths at the actual event. So that being said, Ubisoft did premiere a bunch of new games, tons of stuff. Honestly, their showcase was pretty impressive compared to the fact that Square Enix had their showcase earlier on in the day. That was pretty much a letdown. It was like half an hour of just little trailers that kind of showed you their new games, but that was it. And again, nothing really looked that exciting in Square, but Ubisoft did a good job of showing us what they have to come and things to get excited for. So second last in the press conference, which was like an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes or something like that, the second last game that they decided to showcase was the Crew 2. And that's why all you guys are here today, because you, like me, obviously really care about this game. You're excited for it, and you're ready to get your hands on it. You're ready to play it if you haven't already with the closed beta. So the closed beta came out at the beginning of the month, and basically everybody had the chance to sign up for it. Only a few, select few people, I don't know what the number was, actually got beta keys for it. But essentially we were given access to the full game. We were locked at the reputation level of rookie. We weren't allowed to progress past that, which obviously you'll get up to icon and stuff in the actual game. You'll be able to unlock tons of performance mods or performance modifications in the actual game as you're progressing in earning more reputation points and followers. But essentially, they locked us at one thing because they don't want to give the entire game away. That's obviously not what they're trying to do. They're trying to, you know, give us a little sneak peek at everything. So I had said in my last video that I did basically on news with the free DLC that the open beta would probably come out towards the end of the month, just so that way they can get the servers ready, and that way when they launch the game, servers are actually gonna be good. So in the background of this video so far, I've had looping the actual trailer. I'm not actually just gonna go ahead and put the actual trailer into like a 2-minute segment, just because the song that they played behind it was copyrighted, and I just don't feel like taking it out and getting a strike on the channel and, you know, not being able to get any ad revenue off anything. I figure that we'll just play it in the background. We'll go ahead and loop the trailer for a bit so that way you guys can see it. But essentially what the press conference was that they came out, they're like, yeah, the Crew 2 is coming out at the end of the month. You know that the open beta is going to be slotted for June 21st. So that's going to launch at 1 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. So essentially, it's going to be 2 o'clock in the morning if you are in Mountain Time like I am, or 4 a.m. if you're living on the East Coast. I'm pretty much just going off of North America here. If you're in London, UK, somewhere in Europe, obviously the time is going to be completely different for you. I don't know what your time difference is for me. I know it's like 11 to 12 hours, but it's a long time. So 1 a.m. Pacific time on June 21st, that's when the game is going to be launching the beta, the open beta. And that's going to be available for 5 days. I think it's going to shut down on the 25th at 1 o'clock in the morning. So we'll have a total of about 4 days to play it, fully days. And then on the 25th, they're going to shut it down because the next day after that, everybody who is getting a copy of the Gold Edition is going to have early access to the game on the 26th. So they get it first. So there has been some interesting information that has been, keep in mind, if you guys want to now, you can go on to the Xbox store or to the Steam store or the PlayStation store and go ahead and preload the beta for you. So that way when 1 o'clock or whatever time it is, when the game drops, you'll be able to get into the game. Unfortunately, we are not able to use our closed beta file that we downloaded, so you can pretty much go ahead and delete that now if you're still holding on to that. Nothing from the closed beta will carry over to the open beta, and nothing from the open beta is going to carry over to the full game. But again, it's another 20 some odd gig download, and which is kind of annoying, I find, because my internet's capped out at about 500 gigs a month where I live, because I live on in a rural area. I live on a farm, so we only have 500 gigs a month, and then we have to pay extra for it. So downloading the game, which will probably be about 20 or 30 gigs 3 times this month, is it's a little bit strenuous, but I just got to make sure, you know, we're not watching too much Netflix. But so here's the information that I was actually able to find on the open beta and what they're going to be doing and giving us access to in the open beta. And so they're going to be giving us more access to different races and stuff. So if you play the open beta, you know we had access to street racing, raid, like not rallying, but just off-road racing in general, boating, boat racing, and some plain aerobatic stuff. It was like the point system and whatnot. I don't know exactly what the entire name or the name for it. I think it was aerobatics. But in the open beta, we are also getting our chance on drifting, on motocross, touring car, and jet sprint. So I think that's awesome. We're going to get 4 more disciplines that we can mess around with in the open beta, which is great. I'm really excited for the drifting because I didn't go ahead and buy one of the drift cars in the closed beta, so I don't even know how they're going to perform yet. I haven't really seen much gameplay on them either. It's definitely something that's going to be awesome, especially when the full game comes out. If the drift cars perform like how they did in Wild Run, definitely going to be something that I'm going to be looking forward to. Motocross, also something that I think is just awesome. I have countless hours as a child of playing ATV Off-Road Fury and MX versus ATV Reflex. Even now, I have friends come over and we'll sit on the PlayStation 2 or on the old Xbox 360 and play Reflex or ATV Off-Road Fury all night. Because again, it's just a great game. I love off-roading, and the fact that they're putting motocross into the game, I think that there's a whole lot of awesome things that can be done with the motocross aspect and the dirt biking. Again, I'm not sure if it's just going to be point-to-point races in the forest or off-roading area, or if we're actually going to be seeing some actual circuits and some tracks where we're going to be jumping and racing in that, which would make things a lot better. I did buy a dirt bike in the game. You can scrub. You can't really do any tricks on it yet. So again, I don't know if that's something that they're keeping from the actual game. I don't necessarily think that they're going to have freestyle events in motocross. I mean, it is motocross, so freestyle events should be in it by the name. But again, I don't know exactly what the plan is for that. Definitely excited to see how it is, as I love dirt bikes and stuff, and I would love to be able to go and buy one of mine on my own. I have both my roommates that I live with at my house. 2 of them have bikes. One's got a 450, one's got a 125. But, you know, I'd love to get into it, but, you know, funds. You can't just do everything you want to do. As well, we're going to have touring cars, which, again, is going to be awesome. Touring cars are just, it's something that's completely wild to me, because just the track aspect of the actual track cars, is what they're more or less called in the area where I'm from. They're touring racing is obviously the name for it, but everybody just kind of calls them track cars. The idea behind it is just crazy to me. These cars like stick to the ground, they stay on the tracks. I know it's a big thing in Europe, massively kind of like F1 is, where you come over to North America and it's all like bikes and big trucks and NASCAR. You know, now we're starting to get a little bit of the F1 stuff over here, but again, it's not nearly as popular as it is over in Europe. But track cars have always been fascinating to me, just because of the sheer power that they have, the handling, the ability to stick to the pavement, and the speed that those guys drive at and what they're actually doing. And jet sprint is, again, something that I don't really know exactly what it is, because they didn't really talk a whole lot about it in the closed beta. If we're going off of what the name is, it's literally just going to be jets in a sprint race, essentially. But I don't know if there's jets in the game. It didn't look like it. It looked like it was all like propeller planes and stuff. So maybe jet sprint just means that we are going to be doing races in planes instead of just doing the aerobatic stuff. So again, that'd be awesome, because who doesn't love flying around in a game that necessarily you'd normally just drive everywhere? So that's what we are getting in the game. It would be awesome if they actually opened up the open beta and gave us another reputation level to go through. Again, don't know if that's going to be a thing that they're going to be doing or not, but it would be something that I think would just be absolutely fantastic. The closed beta, it's far away. Pretty much when the open beta ends, the day after the game is getting released, so why not just let us play through the next reputation level or 2. If people want to grind that out and lose it all before the game, then that should be their own prerogative, I guess. What else are you going to do those 4 days? That's what I would like to see. I mean, I don't think they're necessarily going to do it. I could see them opening it up one more reputation level, but I don't see them just going and just opening it up fully. But it would be cool. Not going to lie, it would be cool. So that's pretty much what this video has been on. It's been on the Ubisoft press conference, the open beta, when that's going to be dropping, when you can get your hands on it, and the new things that they're going to be giving to us in the open beta itself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely be sure to hit that like button. Let me know down in the comment section what you're most excited for in the open beta if you haven't played the closed beta yet. And if you have, same thing. Let me know what you're looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to the motocross. I'm definitely looking forward to the drifting. So thank you guys for watching once again. If you're not subscribed, definitely hit that button, hit the bell, and I will talk to you guys next time.